Welcome. Today I'm going to be playing a song for you that's called Easy to Remember. It's written by Rodgers and Hart, a beautiful ballad. And I'm going to be playing a version that was recorded by Keith Jarrett with his trio live at the Deerhead Inn. So I'm going to be showing you the left-hand voicings, mostly rootless voicings that he plays. So here we go with It's Easy to Remember by Rodgers and Hart. Okay, now I'm going to take the song It's Easy to Remember as I played it and show you each chord in the progression and how they're voiced based on what Keith Jarrett does. So like you have a rootless voicing of a C minor 9 there. Now that's an F, natural, A, B flat, D. So looking at it in root position, it would be G, B flat, D, F, A. So what I'm doing, I'm inverting it. I'm bringing it down one inversion by moving this down to here. And then I'm dropping the root and adding the ninth. So that's the advantage of the rootless chords. It gives you the color tone of the ninth. But you're missing the root. So the root is implied, or you have to hear it in your head. There it is. or ideally the bass player is playing the root. So, you know, rootless chords work best when you're playing in a trio or with a bass player who's going to play the root. That way you get to hear them the way they're supposed to sound, but otherwise they're implied. So you see there's an ambiguity about a rootless chord. It could be a B flat could be the root. And that same voicing could be a B flat major 7, or it could be a G minor 9. So there's ambiguity there. At any rate, we start out with a G minor 9, and that moves, by just moving one note, we can get there. From there to there, we can go to the 5 chord. This is thought of as a 2. We're in the key of F, so G minor 9 would be a 2 chord. Going to the 5 would be a C7. But now we have a C9 with a 13 in it, keeping the common tones in there. So just moving that moves it down to the 3rd of the chord, the 13th or the 6th, the flatted 7 and the 9. So a C chord in root position would be this. That'd be a C13. Root 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9, sharp 11, 13. So like now I can voice it like that in a rootless voicing. So let's go through this now. Then the 3rd chord is an A minor 9, same voicing as the G minor 9, one whole step above. Then this next chord is a D7 sharp 9. Now the way that works is D7, that would be a D7 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, sharp the 9. Now put it in first inversion, like that. And that has a tendency to move to a flat 9, from a sharp 9 to a flat 9 like that within the measure. So it's a nice harmonic movement. And there I'm putting a flat 9 on the C7. I had it a C9 there, C13 with a 9th. Now I can just come down to that, and I've got a flat 9 here. Then it goes to a C minor 9. Now that would be in root position, look like that, but inverted it's like that. And that moves nicely to an F13 like that. Now the F7 13, now I'm inverting it down, taking it down in inversion, 7, 9, 3, 13. Then a B flat major 7, like that. That's just down one inversion. And then now that's an F chord with an A in the bass. Then a B flat minor 9. Okay, now that's the same, you know, voicing as the G minor or the A minor, but a half step higher. And then the same movement happens, just moving that 5th finger down a half step gives me the E flat 7 with a 13 and a 9 in it. How do we know that? Because there's the 9 and the 13 would be the C. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, so the C is in there as well. The dominant 7th, the 13, the 3rd, and the 9th. Now this next chord is extremely interesting, and it's very dissonant. It goes like this. That's the cadence. It's like a 3-6-2-5, where A, D, G minor, C7, moving to F. So that particular chord has a root 7th, right, sharp 9 there, and an augmented 5th. And then up the top is, I guess you'd call it a 7, sharp 7, like, anyway, makes a nice dissonance, and it works. When I heard that, I said, what is that chord he's playing? So that's the basic outline of the A section. Then you go to the bridge, it's a 2-5-1 into the 4 chord. In the key of F, so 2-5-1 into 4 would be C minor 7, F7, B flat major. So we're using that first inversion again, and the B flat major goes there nicely. So now we have this. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. We had a problem with the camera, but anyway, we're going to the bridge now, and it's actually the 5 chord but minor, so it's minor 7, 2-5-1 into B flat major, so it's a 2-5-1 into the 4 chord. So now that same C minor 9 voicing is used here, and then the F7 with the 13 like that. Going to a B flat major can be like that, or it could be a 6-9 like that, or a major 7, but it's a first inversion. So we're talking about first inversion here to third inversion to first inversion. So 2-5-1 into B flat. There's the B flat chord there now to a G minor 7 minor 9, and then making it major and augmented, dominant augmented. Is just that slight move there, but it's so nice because it leads you back to the C minor again. The dominant quality takes you back to the C minor 7 to the 1, and now the 4 chord becomes minor, B flat minor. Now we're going 2-5-1 into A flat, B flat minor, E flat 7. So the same maneuver now, but in third inversion. Third inversion to first inversion to third inversion. A flat major to D flat. Now this like the 1 to 4 D flat. Then it goes to a C major, A minor, D minor to a G7 altered. I'd be going to G minor 7. It's like thought of as a C7 with a suspended fourth, even though you have a rub there. You have that rub. Actually plays a half diminished chord there, A minor 7 flat 5. That takes us back to the A section again, and then that's repeated. So now the A section, the last A section is repeated like the first A section with the second ending actually, and then he goes into this solo, which I'm not going to play anything on a solo here, but I'm going to show you the interlude that he plays after his solo, in which the bass player and the drummer drop out, and he plays this kind of thing that's very classical influence. It's like a neoclassic concept based on the same tune, the bridge of the song. So it goes like this. The C minor 9 to the F chord, but in this case now the F chord is played like with a sharp 9 and with an augmented 5th here. So it has a 4th voicing like that. Then it goes to the 3 of the chord, so it's very classical. Then he does this B flat diminished chord here, resolving to the B flat, because it is a 2-5-1 moving in the B flat, but it's very interesting. Obviously his classical chops are coming out here. And then the 6th chord, but he does it like this. Opposing motion. Then the C minor 7 flat 5 is like this. Voice like that, very open spread, and then the flat 5 is played there. And then the F7 is like this. So it's like a suspension. It's like a 4-3 and then a 6-5 here, and a 9-8 here. And then it goes to another suspension, suspended 4th like that, which resolves there. So it's a B flat suspended 4 like that, and then he does another suspension here, like a 9-8 suspension. So this is very classical. Now here, the B flat minor 7 chord on the bridge now becomes this voicing, which is like a 4th voicing, suspended, another suspension, resolving to E flat there. So you can think of that as an E flat sus chord moving, resolving like that, and then this note comes in, and the A flat resolves here to the resolution with a 9 there, and then this very unusual chord, which is like an inversion of an A flat major 7, and then this 3-6-2-5 in the key of C, like this, E half diminished, A minor 7, D minor 7, then the C with another suspension, suspended 4th. So it's like almost like a modern classical, but I'm going to play the whole passage for you one more time. Absolutely gorgeous. You should really check out the recording, and it's this moment in the tune is a beautiful moment. And so there you have it. That's my analysis of the Keith Jarrett voicings for It's Easy to Remember, and I hope they'll be useful to you.